The United States Senate chamber falls silent once more, but the echo of political failure reverberates across the nation. For the 17th day, the American government remains partially shuttered, now officially the third longest shutdown in modern history. This isn't just a political spat. It's a deliberate paralysis that is fraying the fabric of national security and public trust. The spectacle of our leaders adjourning for the weekend while critical agencies falter is not just disappointing, it's a dereliction of duty. So, what is the holdup? The core of this crisis is a brutal political stalemate. The Republican-led House already passed a temporary funding bill, but in the Senate, it has hit a wall, failing for the 10th time to secure the 60 votes needed to advance. Senate Democrats are uniformly refusing to support it, using their leverage to demand an extension of expiring health care tax credits. They argue that without action, millions of Americans will face dramatic spikes in their health insurance premiums. Republicans, led by Majority Leader John Thune, insist that the government must reopen first, and any health care debate must happen separately. This has created a circular firing squad where neither side will budge, and the American people are caught in the crossfire. The real-world consequences are moving from inconvenient to dangerous. The agency that manages the nation's nuclear weapon stockpile is now planning to furlough 80% of its staff. Let that sink in. These are not dispensable positions. These are experts overseeing our most critical strategic assets. One lawmaker aptly noted, "These are not employees that you want to go home." Meanwhile, the Supreme Court has closed its doors to the public, and the entire judicial branch is running out of money for full operations. The administration is playing whack-a-mole, shifting funds to pay military and law enforcement, but these are temporary fixes that ignore the broader chaos. How secure can we feel when the very pillars of our justice and defense systems are being undermined? A potential path forward is murky. Leader Thune has tried to change tactics by bringing up a full-year funding bill for the Pentagon, but Democrats blocked that too, arguing it is unacceptable to fund defense while neglecting domestic priorities. Thune has also promised a vote on a bill to pay the federal employees who are working without pay and has dangled the possibility of a future vote on the health care subsidies Democrats want. Yet, without a guarantee, Democrats remain dug in. The House, for its part, has been absent for weeks, extending its recess with no planned return date, which only deepens the sense of political abandonment. The only clear off-ramp is a negotiated compromise, but the will to forge one seems to be in shorter supply than the funds to run the government. This shutdown is more than a policy dispute. It is a stress test for American democracy, and right now we are failing. We have allowed political brinksmanship to override basic governance. The solution is not a finger-pointing press conference, but a return to the bargaining table. Our leaders must remember that they are public servants first and partisan warriors second. They must negotiate in good faith, find a middle ground on healthcare, and reopen the government. The legacy of this shutdown will not be who won the political battle, but how much the American people lost in the process. The lights are still on in the Capitol, but the vision to lead has gone dark.